DENOX'S Life Blogs.
Hello everyone, DSX Archive. Yep, you heard that right. This is a current 2023 video, and I want to label this as DENOX'S Life Blogs kind of returning, because this video I'm going to talk about something serious that has affected me directly, and I really wanted to get your thoughts on this experience of mine. So, what am I talking about today? I'm going to be talking about ostracism. And what is ostracism exactly? I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. I apologize for that, but basically it's like the social exclusion. Basically, like if you are a friend of someone that all of his friends are accepting you and you spend a lot of time together and you do a lot of things together and you create such wonderful memories with them, and then something happens all of a sudden. Maybe an allegation came out from you, maybe the lack of trust, they think that betrayed you, and then they suddenly just exclude you from everything. Well, this exactly has happened to me before in the past, and I kind of want to talk about it, but I wanted to make two things clear. Number one, I'm not going to be mentioning names of specific people that has done this to me in the past. And number two, I just want to let you know that I'm already moved on from this whole situation a while ago. But since we're talking about ostracism, I might as well share a little bit of my experience that I had in the past. So that way, maybe some of you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Maybe some of you guys can relate to what I've been through. I don't know, but that's basically two things I wanted to make clear here. So, yes, I've been through ostracism, unfortunately. Like 2 years ago, let's just say I had a group of friends who I play together Smash Brothers, Among Us, Mario Kart, all sorts of game nights for in my own Discord server. I even watched anime with some of these guys before too. And, they created a lot of memories for me. They were like pretty supportive people towards me back then. They really enjoyed the type of person I am and everything. And I want to admit that there's times that I have talked about stuff about my problems because I wanted to vent out my problems with my closest friends. So whatever is happening to me that is bad, I just wanted to open out to these people. Like, I tend to say a lot more than I should. And then you realize that these people knows too much about you. At some point later on, like people that were against me because of someone exposing me to something in the past. Like, I'm just gonna say it right here because like I already explained it way back then, and I just at this point moved on, but I'm just gonna give you an idea. So let's just say that you have someone that has beef against you, right? And they have screenshots of every single conversation that you had in the past of doing something that is not so great. Like, it's something that you would prefer to keep private with between yourself and the person you're talking with. Of course, there are other times that maybe it was justified to actually call me out on it as well at the same time. But here's the thing, after all that, once this happened to me, these people no longer think the same way about me, and they don't want to get in trouble themselves, or they don't want to have their names dragged into the mud. So what did they did after that? Well, they cut ties with me. Like him, not only one person, but everyone around him, every one of their friends that knows me, they tell them about my misdeeds and my mistakes and all that stuff, and they decide to cut ties with me and never forgive me ever again. I'm not gonna get into specific what happened because like it's in the past at this point. I apologize for it and all that stuff, and it's gonna drag the video on to the point that I really don't want it. If you want to check out other allegation video, I guess, just look around the channel. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna promote it. But basically, these group of people who I thought that they were very close friends of mine that I looked up to, and we spent a lot of time together. We tried to defend each other. We tried to help each other out. We actually play games together and everything, and most of my time spent with friends were with those group of people. So it kind of like says, like, don't put your eggs all in one basket, because you never know, like, if one of those people within that circle betrays you, they're gonna get all of their other friends that they know me to do the same thing, or to let them know, this guy said this in this conversation, this guy's a degenerate and all that stuff, this guy role played this friend of ours and stuff like that. And it was you get the idea, you know, stuff that was supposed to be kept secret. I'm talking about a personal friend of mine's. They're of age, let's just put it that way. And when you think you have close friends, you want to like vent out your frustrations and what's been happening to you to other people, without realizing later on that they were against you this whole time, or for as of late. And then they tell your former friends, my former friends in other words, what I did with these private messages. Something that if they found out about it, of course they're not gonna think of me the same way again. And then they excluded me from everything. Like, they cut ties with me. They don't see that I exist. And, you know, I did took a while to apologize. But I did apologize for certain things right away as well. But they look like at the point that they didn't want it to forgive me. They just see that my life is over, that I'm a lost cause, and that I'm a piece of crap. They called me a monster. These same people that used to be good friends with me, that used to be like very close to me, it has affected me a lot. Being ostracized from a group is horrible, because like it puts you at a helpless position, that bad things about you gets exposed out there to the public. They gossip about it to everybody, and then they bring this fear that, oh, you cannot hang out with this guy anymore, because then bad things will happen to you and your name will be dragged through the mud alongside him. That fear got those people away from me, and then I started losing friends little by little for stuff that I have tried my best to apologize for. Sure, the reason why I have taken a long time to talking about my situation is because, first of all, they took me off guard. Something that happened with an incident that happened to a friend's cousin or something like that back then. Well, basically, that was 11 months before they exposed me for that little incident, or she told them about it, when things between me and a former friend were really bad. And then I didn't even have the evidence to back myself up to defend myself, because they kept me in the dark most of the times, and they didn't even want me to show me the screenshots or the evidence so I could actually address it right in front of their face. A lot of times they didn't even show me that, and then I had to get out of my way to get infiltrate their servers where they cut me off so I could get that evidence to try to defend myself. And by the time I did, it was already too late, and they never gonna forgive me again, and I know that for a fact. No matter what I do, no matter what I beg, no matter, you know, how sorry I am and everything to these people, they already shown that they do not want to forgive me, that they think that I'm a lost cause, I'm garbage, I'm a monster and all that stuff, and that I should go to hell and all that stuff, and that I should rot there or whatever. Yeah, like, I know I moved on for this for a bit, but when I'm talking about this topic and I get back to these times, it really affected me. I know I have hurt them as well, even though I never intended, I never initially intended, oh, I'm gonna hurt them, I'm gonna do this for fun. No, I never did that. Something I have said made them feel uncomfortable and stuff. Yes, I could admit that, and I have admitted this before, but still, after all the other things that were piled up against me, after my former friends teaming up against my sworn enemies, you know, against all the mistakes I did and trying to remind people of my past mistakes, yeah, and that led to, like, you know, allegations piled up against me, and then people started avoiding me, and then I've been in the front line of ostracism, and I'm sorry. If somebody betrays me, for example, but it has to be like proven intentionally, oh, this guy, you know, that he thinks that I'm a piece of crap and all that stuff, that's one thing. That's one thing to, like, you know, stay away from that person. But if it's another thing that they made some terrible mistakes. They may have said something that they didn't want to offend them, but they actually did, or they spew out a lot of secrets and all that stuff and made them look like a joke and stuff like that. But at the same time, this person is truly not bad. It's just that he tends to make a lot of bad decisions in life. What I'm saying is that these people show their true colors against me. I'm not gonna tell their names, but if they decide to watch this video and say, oh, you're talking about me, it was necessary for me to talk about it because this was my personal experience of being ostracized. You know how it feels to be ostracized? Like, you're no longer allowed to be in that group. You're no longer, like, welcome in their groups no matter how much you beg and cry and all that stuff. At this point, I learned that these people are just beyond reasoning. No matter how much I try to say on my end of the story, I know it's my fault that I took a while to get back to them, but I didn't take too long to apologize for certain things as well. They know about it. It's just that at that point I was like, these guys already think that I'm a liar. No matter what I say, it's just lies. They don't take me serious anymore. They think I'm a clown, I'm a joke and all that stuff. And these so-called friends out there that continues to talk shit about me in their own Discord server. Yep, and probably they disbanded now, thankfully. It's been a few months, I think, from what someone told me. But it went on for more than a year after this incident. It definitely did. Like, they continued to talk trash about me. And I seen those messages because I infiltrated as an alt account as well. I'll admit that. But yeah, you get the idea. Thankfully nowadays, the best thing to do when you're ostracized from that group, the friends you still got right now, stick with them. You know, vent out to the people you truly trust. The people that are true friends, even after knowing everything that you have been through, all the allegations, all that stuff, whether it's true or false, they'll listen to your side. If they're true friends, they're not gonna ridicule in front of everybody. They're not going to, like, shame you. They're gonna listen to you. They're gonna try to offer you advice on how you can improve yourself and everything, because that's what some of these friends did for me. And I'm very grateful that these people are still my friends today. And it comes to the point that these people wanted every one of my friends to cut ties with me and leave me. That's how bad that they became at the time, of course. That's how bad they wanted to ostracize me. They wanted me to be completely alone, to be suffering forever, to be in servitude, being tortured in my mind, affect my mental health, that I had to take psychiatrists for more than a year. You get the idea. It frustrates me even talking about it, because if you've been ostracized before, I totally understand you. Even if you made a mistake in your life, even if you have, hurt people in the past, but if you're someone that's trying to improve, that's trying to, make up for it and make things right at some point, even if people don't believe you or you think that you're never gonna change and stuff like that, I'm never gonna judge you for that. Like, I'm never gonna form a group against you guys that's going through what I did and then try to shame you into videos, try to get other people to go against you. No, I'm not gonna ever do that to you guys, no matter how much you hurt me. Because these type of issues should be resolved privately. These type of personal issues should be resolved between the people involved. Not let the whole world know about it. Because you know why? Because if they all know about it and you try to improve regardless, those people are still not gonna take you seriously anymore. And that's the problem. They're just gonna be like, oh, you're not taking it seriously. Oh, we know what you did. We're never gonna forgive you. There's a lot of people that don't forgive. Sure, I'm not entitled of the forgiveness for the people that have hurt, but at the same time, if these people choose not to forgive me, then they're not really good with God as well, because with God, if you believe in the Bible and everything, that no matter what you do, no matter what crimes you did or what sins you have committed, if you truly are sorry and you truly want to change and all that stuff, God will forgive you no matter what you've been through. To conclude this, basically, I just want to say, just be careful who you associate with. Just be careful what you say to them as well, what you vent out, because I made that mistake with some people and they know so much information about me and they used it against me after a while. And then they want to get everybody away from me, so I'm no longer alone. But I'm not alone. I have a new group of friends right now that really cares about me. But, even so, that's the case. So there's still things about me I wouldn't tell anybody because of the fear that this could happen again. And I do not want it to happen again, obviously. So what you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. If you've been through ostracism as well, if you've been through like a lot of pain, having people exclude you from their groups, like how did it felt for you? Like, did you understand how it felt for me in some ways as well? I didn't went into detail on the whole thing because like I'd rather leave that in the past. This happened so long ago at this point, but sometimes it is in my mind because these people meant so much to me back then. Like I wasn't gonna do anything to directly like offend them in anything. And any misunderstanding I try to apologize for, they still don't forgive me. They still treat me like a joke. But you know what, at this point I just moved on for these people. I have a new group of friends that understand me a little bit better, and hopefully, you know, everything goes well with that. I almost forgot to mention too before I end this video, the fact is that we humans are social creatures. A lot of us out there, we depend on other people in order for us to support each other and to take care of ourselves in order to survive. And then if we get ostracized and we lose what we have, well, it's gonna be a lot harder to survive, right? Especially if it was during the times where you needed a colony and you needed humans in order to support you, in order to unite together, and then you get ostracized because maybe you deserved it, maybe you did something wrong, but maybe it's because there's a lot of stupid allegations, they believe it without getting your side, which a lot of time that happens to me, and they ostracize me from the whole group, and now I'm no longer a part of that. And I also want to say real quick, without mentioning name, but for some reason I was in a Discord server called the Otaku Puerto Rico group, and all of a sudden a former friend of mine suddenly appeared there, and I'm like, whoa, what's this guy doing here? I decided to say hi, just talk casually and stuff like that, not being too excited, I guess. I wasn't doing anything wrong with this guy, everything was fine, you know, we were just joking, I guess. I was in the chats pretty active, vibing with the community, and then suddenly, like an hour later, I get banned in that server. And keep in mind, I contacted my former friends to say, hey man, what's up? That's it. That's all I said. He has beef with me, literally. I'm not gonna say his name, but you know, whatever name you have on Discord, it's not gonna affect your real life name. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't care what you say about me, but you know who I'm talking about if you see this video. And now I got ostracized once again today as I record this. So that is horrible. It's like, you don't understand, like there's no explanation, there's no getting my side of the story or anything. They just ban you off right out of nowhere. You don't know why. You imagine why, because you have a former friend there that doesn't want nothing to do with you. To be precise, that wants nothing to do with me, and he wants me out of there just because I'm there and he's there too, and he wants to stay in that server. You see what I'm talking about? That these people out there that hates me with all fiber being wants to remove me from communities, remove me from society, so I have nobody at all. And whoever thinks that way, you know, like I said, I addressed the situation a while back on everything that happened and why people left me a while back. I moved on from it. I have my new community right now. But screw you. If you think that I should be alone forever and that I'm a monster and all that stuff, I'm not gonna let you guys take me down. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna do my absolute best to prove that I can become a better person. There's not much I can say after that, honestly, but that's what I wanted to say before we end this, because, like, honestly, those type of people, I gotta keep my distance from these people, honestly, because otherwise, like, these people are gonna try to take me down. They're gonna try to make sure that I don't have a platform, and that's what they wanted, honestly, but I'm still here. Why? There's no literal proof that I did something as bad as the screenshots or whatever stuff from private messages that got exposed that, you know, not only humiliated me and everyone else, but I felt betrayed as well by people thinking that keep it between us and stuff. And now, like I said earlier, you gotta be careful who you associate with, what you tell them and everything, because if they go and spill out your secrets to other people, then they're not gonna want you around anymore because they fear for their safety. They think that I'm gonna be a danger and all that stupid crap, which in reality I haven't done any sorts of harm physically out there. And if I did any mental damage for some reason in the past, I never meant for that to happen. I never wanted that to happen. But, you know, I tend to sometimes say the wrong things and you get the idea. Anyway, that's all I have to say. See you all in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, what you think. If you have been ostracized yourself before, maybe you could tell me your experience. We could share it. We could talk about it. You can subscribe to this channel if you want to see more rants like this from me, the new DENOX'S live blogs. And I'll see you all in the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video informative, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe so you will be up to date with future life blog videos I make. Any suggestions for life topics? You can also leave it in the comment section below. Hope to see you again.